Hi everyone, I'm Christine, and this week we are talking about thin and thick clients. First of all, I need to describe what thin and thick client is. So this is a client-server architecture whereby you find resources put on a network or a server. It can also be different multiple servers, and so clients are supposed to access these resources. Now this is how we find the client, the thin and thick client. And what's the difference? The thick client typically has a broad functionality that is independent of the central server. Okay. However, it sometimes need periodic connection to the server. For instance, if there is need to make maybe software update. Yeah. On the thin client, it heavily depends on the server to perform its tasks. Now I'm going to give you some of the examples of thin clients and thick clients. If you look at computers with Windows and Mac OS, that is a very good example for a thick client. And then also if you look at most web browsers, also we can have the graphic user interface. Okay, for the web browsers, if you see something like Google Chrome, you see the Microsoft Outlook, you can also see the Apple Safari. Those are examples for thin clients. They heavily depend on the server to perform their tasks. Okay, now I'm going to give you comparisons between the two, and I'll choose whichever. So I made some notes here, and if you notice, the thick client is more robust, and also clients have more control. You can even install any application, which is different from which is not the case with the thin client. The downside is it is less secure and also harder to update. Okay, if you have an update, you have to go on every individual client to install the update, which is different case from the thin client, whereby you just need to change the server files and the update is done. And then also it is expensive to maintain for the thick client. Now let's go to the thin client. It is cheap to expand. Once you incur the initial costs, you can easily run it. Okay, it has low maintenance and it's cheap. It's also all server sided. There is no heavy load on the computers because the server performs almost all the tasks. And then also you can have more control on the overall network because we presume the servers are very secure and they can run the tasks. However, the reliance on the server is the downside on the thin client, whereby if the server is down, then so is the network, and then also it has a very high startup cost. So in my comparison, I would choose the thin client because it has way less negative side as compared to the thick client.